Phil, I got to tell you, my wife and I, we were just in tears. It was just the most unbelievable experience. Well, I was introduced to vocal majority. A good friend of mine from college days used to sing with you guys. His name was Chip French. Tragically, Chip passed away about 10 years ago. Chip introduced me to the group. Well, I have four brothers, five boys, no sisters. We're really close in age, 5 years and 8 months from youngest to oldest.
Wow.
My dad was actually a very well-known bass vocalist. It was a gospel quartet called the King's Heralds Quartet. He sang with them when I was just a year or two old. So everything was live. They'd go to the studio. My dad passed away about 7 or 8 years ago. But before he passed away, I introduced him to vocal majority. So I sat my dad down and we played the song, I Walk Today Where Jesus Walked. A few years before that, my dad had hosted a group of friends and relatives. They had gone to the Holy Land and they, walked the steps of Jesus. Phil, if you could have seen my dad, I mean, the joy on his face and the tears after that song was through, he was just sobbing. He said, that is the most blessed music that I've ever listened to in my life. And for my dad to say that, it was a deeply moving experience. It's just so heavenly. And so I grew up just loving that kind of harmony. And then when you multiply that times, you get 100 voices, 150 voices, exponentially, it blesses me to that degree. It just, to me, it's a very spiritual experience. And I say that very seriously. Probably, I can't remember ever breaking out into tears hearing a sermon, but I can't tell you a number of times I have wiped the tears from my eyes with music. And vocal majority, these are happy tears, if you know what I mean. It just soothes, it massages my spirit. I was in tears and I told my wife, I said, if this is what the heavenly choir sounds like, I'm there. And I know you guys, you don't tout yourself as ministers or but you are ministers of music because you touch people's spirits, you touch people's hearts in ways that a sermon can't. My dad, he kind of adopted the phrase. He was a singing evangelist. Well, that's what you guys are. You guys, I mean, a lot of the spiritual stuff you guys do, you don't know the kind of blessing that brings to people. And especially, during this last year when so many people are shut in, I can't tell you the joy. It can be very depressing trying to, fit into the crazy world we're in, but I just can't tell you the joy. You guys have brought incredible amounts of encouragement and joy to people, even in this depressing time.
What would you say to somebody who's contemplating, watching this show?
If you really want to experience the spirit of Christmas in the most marvelous, goosebump, thrilling, glorious harmonies, there's no better place than to hear it from the vocal majority. And again, money back guarantee. Just do a huge shout out to the chorus, all the guys. But I just want them to know what an incredible blessing that you've been to me, to my family, but to so many people that, we'll never be able to count. And your dedication and your commitment to the group, um, just please know a million thanks and a million thanks again.
Hallelujah, hallelujah.